Hello guys and welcome back to Life with Polly. If you're unfamiliar with my channel, you can go back and watch my previous videos. I did post one other video today, an update to living in my car. If you would like to know what my channel is about, please go watch that video. This is a little bit of a different video I wanted to post today real quick about a situation going on YouTube, and I know you probably already seen it. I'm laying here right now with my dog Annabelle. And I wanted to make this video because I think it's very important for everybody to realize out there what is really going on around YouTube and YouTube family vloggers. Now, you probably have already seen the story that 8 Passengers vlogger mom Ruby Franke was arrested with her partner Hildebrandt from a Connections channel. They were both arrested August 30th for child abuse. Now, when this story first came out, I was very surprised to hear this. I used to watch 8 Passengers all the time. I watched them for years vlog. And I can say there was a couple vlogs where there was some questions that I had about what was going on with the kids. There was some statements that the kids made in their vlogs and things like that about her son Chad sleeping on a beanbag chair because I guess he was pranking his brother or something. So his mother basically took the room away from him and he was sleeping on a beanbag chair. And in the video that they posted online recently, basically he was laughing about it, and his mom Ruby said to him 7 months later, and you're still laughing about it, maybe you need longer out of your room. So there was some questions there to me, and that really bothered me, that there was some abuse going on. This was a family that vlogged their children. They were family vloggers, and I gotta say, at first, I loved the family and things like that, but then things got kind of hairy. It seemed that they were very, very strict with their children. I know that people have to be strict with their children to some point, but not when it comes to abuse. I think that's very wrong and very sick for people to do. These didn't seem like the kind of parents that were doing that, but behind the camera, that is what was going on. They were taking being strict to the extreme and actually abusing their children. And that goes to show you that just because you think of family vloggers are good on YouTube or you see part of their life, doesn't mean that you see all of their life. What goes on behind the camera, who knows? We don't know. They only show you what they want to. The video that was just recently posted of her son sleeping on a beanbag chair, his mother kind of gave him a dirty look. Ruby Franke kind of gave him a dirty look and to say as if, and she said, well, I don't think our subscribers knew that. And she looked very angry that he said that on camera. So that's very disturbing to me. Now, when this was first reported, they said that there was children found in the house that was bound by duct tape, bound by rope, and they had lacerations on their legs and things like that. They didn't really specify whether these were Ruby's children or not. But come to find out, there has been a new video released. If you watch the channel Spill the Tea, basically there was a new call released from the police station that one of the kids that escaped from the house looking for food and water was actually Ruby's son, Russell Franke. Not the youngest child. The youngest child, I believe, is Eve, and that is a girl. That is her daughter. But the second youngest child is Russell Franke, and he is the one that was found with duct tape on his ankles, rope burns, and lacerations to his leg. And I think this is very sick. There was another child that was also found, and I believe it may be Eve is the one that was found with also duct tape on her legs and lacerations. These children were removed from the home, and Ruby Franke actually was arrested. And it just boggles my mind, too. Because if you don't know, Sherry Franke, the oldest daughter of Ruby Franke and the 8-passenger family, who is now in college and lives her life on her own, actually does not speak to her mother anymore. And she actually just posted a thing on her Instagram, a picture of the cop cars at her family's house, basically arresting her mother for the abuse. She said, finally, something is being done. In all reality, these kids from the 8-passenger family was actually complaining to the authorities, complaining to the police, complaining to CPS about abuse going on, and nobody for years did anything about it. So behind the cameras, these children were being abused. While the family, the mother and the father, Ruby Franke. Now, I'm not going to say too much about the father, Kevin, and that is because he wasn't in the picture very much. He wasn't even in the videos very much. I'm not going to say that he wasn't an abusive father, and I'm not going to say he had any role in this, but he was involved with her business partner from the Connections program, which is like a parental program. However, it is an extreme parental program, and it consists of abuse, and I think it's just disgusting. But anyways, I'm not going to say much about Kevin Franke because he wasn't even in the passenger videos that much. He was working most of the time and out of the videos and out of the family vlogs. So I can't say much about that, but I still hold them both responsible because he was a father living in the home. They were both together. Now, I don't think they're together anymore, or haven't been together in a while. If I'm wrong on that, you can comment down below. But I think this is very important for everybody to know that just because you see family vloggers vlogging and they seem like a happy family and that they're doing right by their kids, doesn't mean that behind the camera they're doing wrong. And it makes me very sick. A lot of family vloggers make me sick too because they use their kids as cash bait for themselves. And I think that is just totally wrong. Sure, there are some family vloggers that are great vloggers and that don't abuse their children and basically, give their children everything because of what they make on YouTube. The 8-passengers, they made millions on YouTube. They had 2.5 million subscribers. So they were making millions on YouTube, while all in all, behind the scenes, they were actually abusing their channel. And I'm so glad that they're getting held accountable for this now. I feel so bad for her kids and any other kids that were involved in this, and I hope that they get charged with the most that they can. Now, as far as I know, there's 2 felony abuse charges, and I think they can carry up to 15 years in prison and $10,000 in fines. But just so you guys know, I'm not saying all family YouTubers out there are bad or family vloggers out there are bad, because there are a lot of families that are great and that do right by their kids, and they give their kids everything because of YouTube. But the parents that are using their kids for clickbait or using their kids to get views, there's a lot of people that will post kids on there with different things in their bathing suits or whatever the case may be. That is just disgusting, and I think YouTube should actually do something about that. I don't think it's right to use your kids as clickbait. I don't think it's right to sexualize your children online like that. I think it is totally wrong, and the abuse is wrong. To use your kids so you don't have to work or get a job is just sickening. Um, and it's just not right. It's not right at all. But I wanted to touch base on this because I used to watch the channel, and I watched them for years. They did start vlogging. I mean, they stopped vlogging like over a year ago, and now their channel has been deleted altogether. People don't know really why the channel was deleted. They didn't really specify on that, but a lot of people are believing that channel was deleted because now people will not be able to see evidence of abuse in the videos, because there was a lot of questionable videos. At first, they started off a good vlogging family, and it looked like a good, wholesome family. And, it was just a very fun channel to watch. But all in all, in the background, they were abusing their channel. I mean, their children, and basically abusing their channel too by using their channel. Without kids, a lot of these family YouTubers wouldn't have YouTube channels, and they wouldn't have the money they do, because of their kids, because of the vlogging. So they need to realize that too. I think that if there are family vloggers that are good, and I think, the family vloggers that do vlog and they make a lot of money from their channel, I think they should give their children everything they want and everything that they deserve. Because without their children, there would be no vlogs, there would be no videos, and the parents would not be making money. There's parents out there that have worked years, and now, because they got so many subscribers from their family vlogging and their children, that they've quit their jobs. And I think that's just wrong to use their kids in that way too. There's not much anybody could do about that though. But anyways, I wanted to bring this to everybody, because I was unsure too on if it was Ruby Franke's children or not, because they didn't specify at first when the arrest was made. They just said that Ruby Franke was in the house filming a vlog a couple days earlier, before Russell Franke escaped the house and actually went and reported that he needed food and water. So it was indeed her son, Russell Franke. And I don't know about the other children. If there is another child of hers involved, I would guess it would be Eve. She is the youngest, before Russell. Or it could even be Julie. I'm not sure. But if you find out any information, and you know any information, you can leave it in the comments down below and tell me what you think about the story. I think it's very disgusting. And I'm glad they caught him, and I'm glad that she is going to be prosecuted. Also, her sister made a brief statement. She didn't give a big statement, but her sister, Bonnie Holine, she also has another vlogging channel. She just made a statement, but it was a very brief statement, didn't really say too much. But she did say that she's glad that her nieces and nephews are now safe, and that, things are being done. She didn't really say too much, and I think she didn't say too much because, of course, her sister Bonnie Holine's got a vlogging channel, and she don't want to mess that up, and she just don't really want to get into the drama, which I understand. She was kind of crying on the video because she couldn't believe that her sister would do this. But things like this do happen. It's just a matter of them getting caught and them getting prosecuted for what they have done. And Ruby Franke and her business partner, Hildebrandt, that runs the connections, hopefully they will get what they deserve, and they will get prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. And I'm hoping and praying that the children can get better and heal and kind of live their own lives now, and distance themselves from their mother and their father if the father was involved in any way. Just like their oldest daughter, Sherry Franke, she's in college and she's on her own. She realized that there's a lot of things in life other than what her family was teaching her, and there's other things in life other than suffering abuse. So again, thank you for watching this video. I had to touch base on this because it was a channel that I watched very often, and like I was unsure if it was her own children, but it has been confirmed, and there has been a video released of the police call that Russell Franke was found to be malnourished, tied up with duct tape, rope, and lacerations on his leg. So hopefully they can get the help they need, and hopefully they have been placed with CPS, just so you all know, and they are getting the help they need. Thank you for watching, and I hope that if you see anything online that has to do anything with abuse of that kind, you can report it. You can report it to YouTube. You can report it to authorities. If you see something like that going on, don't just let it go on. Report it to someone. Even if you think they're not going to listen, report it. Thank you.